Hi everybody, this is Chip, KJ4QCV. Um, I haven't found one on YouTube, so I figured I'd be the first to do a review of the Powerwerx, or the Wouxun UV3D. Got it here yesterday. I got it for myself for Christmas. It came in the mail. I've heard everybody say Wouxun and all kinds of goofy names, but according to their website, it's Wouxun. For all intents and purposes, it is the UVD 1P that is getting very popular here in the US. They make the 1, they make the UVD 2, which is available through Wouxun or Wouxun US, and the UVD 3, which is this one, which you can only get through a company called Powerwerx. It's POWERWERX.com. I got the radio and the programming cable for $146 and some change, and that was shipped to my door. Like I said, for all intents and purposes, it is the one with a firmware upgrade. It also comes with the 1700 milliamp hour battery, which is an option on the 1 and 2. For $150, less than $150, you can't beat it. You cannot find a dual band radio for that much. I can't find anything to really complain about with this radio. The only two gripes I have so far is, I don't know if you can see the tip of my antenna there, right there in the corner of the screen. It can be fixed with a dab of glue, but that pulled right off. But nothing a tip of glue, a little bit of glue won't take care of. It happens with most antennas. And the manual is very good. Information you can find on the internet is very good. But if you try to program a lot of channels using the keypad, you're going to turn your finger into a bloody stump. By all means, if you buy one, get the programming cable. I've got a Windows 7 laptop here. I just got it as well. The USB drivers and everything, the software, everything I downloaded from Powerwerx worked beautifully the first time, no troubles whatsoever. And you're able to change every single setting, frequency, the CTSS, the DSC, tones, all that good stuff is all done in software. You don't ever have to push a button on a radio. Another advantage the 3 has to the other ones is due to a firmware upgrade. Is if you look at the screen on mine, I don't know if you can see it that well. It actually has text. Here you can put up to 6 characters of text. Me, I'm horrible with remembering frequencies, so I programmed it in and then just set the, like the beginning of the town name or the call sign of the repeater or something in text. That way it's easy for me to find. It's a pretty, for being Chinese made, it's a pretty heavy radio. I mean, it doesn't feel like pardon the expression, it doesn't feel like a Chinese made piece of junk. But for $150, I don't expect it to be a VX8 or something that you can park a truck on top of. It only has 2 knobs on the whole thing. Let's see if I can't point at you. That one just turns on and off in the volume. And this is a selector to select through frequencies or memory channels or whatever you happen to be searching through. It does have a scan function. I think it holds up to like 200 channels, it can hold up to 50. I believe it's 50. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. I'll have to look it up. Individual memory slots. It can scan through those as well as scan through different not channels, but frequencies. Another thing that gets a little confusing is most people in the U.S. will refer to it as VFO or memory mode. On the Wouxuns or Wouxun, I'll get it right one of these days. It is they refer to it as frequency mode and channel mode, which will kind of get your brain crossed up a little bit when you're trying to remember what you're doing. Another neat thing is that it's easily available on the internet. You can download unlock software. This came restricted to 2 meter and 440 ham frequencies out of the box. In just a matter of a couple minutes, with the programming cable and software I found on a website, all you have to do is Google Wouxun Unlock and you'll find the website. It's on a forum, and I can probably unlock it further, but I unlocked from 136 megahertz up to 520.995, almost 521 megahertz, which will cover all the like CAP, MERS, FRS, GMRS. It'll cover all those channels, business radio, stuff like that. Not that I'd ever need it, but it's neat. I can receive and transmit on those frequencies. It's not restricted at all once you go in there with that software and change it. So far I like it. It comes with a desk charger. I got the charger sitting next to my bed. I plugged it in all last night, and so far I've had it turned on for about 4.5 hours, and the battery indicator is still showing 3 bars full. It has a backlight display. You can change everything about the display. You can tell it to show frequency. You can tell it to show the name that you've programmed in. The welcome screen. When you first turn this radio on, you can set the welcome message. It can only be 6 characters. But like when you turn mine on here, it'll say says UVD3. Then underneath it has my call sign, KJ4QCV. For anybody wanting to get into it, or anybody looking for a low-cost dual band radio that you don't want to have to sweat it. I don't want to carry around a $400 or $500 dual band handy talkie. I'd be afraid to break it. But for $119 is what this is on the website, and $14 for the programming cable, and then you've got the shipping. And like I said, it was $146 and some change to the door. You can't beat it. You can monitor 2 meter, 2 meter. I'm talking the A and B band here, so you can monitor these both at the same time, either 2 meter, 2 meter, 2 meter, 440, 440, 440. You can monitor any variation. One band isn't restricted to 140 and the other band isn't restricted to 2 meter. It's pretty handy like that. One thing I discovered about it today is I didn't know it, but my local club that I belong to doesn't have the repeater does not retransmit the PL tone. But this radio does give you the ability to send the PL tone, and it also gives you opportunity or the availability to program the PL tone in so that your squelch won't open up unless it's definitely your repeater or somebody with that PL tone set to activate your radio. There's a couple instances where that could be handy if you just want to talk to one specific person on Simplex. Just tell them, set the tone. That way you don't get all the stuff you don't want to hear. It'll only open up if they have it programmed in their radio as well. I'm probably rambling on here a bit, but I just can't be happier with it. I've said it 10 times now, $150. The battery will last, they say, for 8 to 10 hours as long as you're not doing a lot of heavy transmitting. You can do everything from the keypad or the easy way. Get the transfer cable. The software's free. I'm just pleased 100% from start to finish. You can't go wrong with it. I'm not knocking the 1s or 2s. I've seen them. I've played with them. They're just as good. I just preferred the 3, just mainly because of the case design, how heavy it was, and the firmware upgrades that allow you to put the channel names and stuff like that in. You got any questions? Just write me. I'll answer you. I check it every night. If you can't tell, my nice cushy high-paying job fell through last year, so I'm working at a hotel here on New Year's Eve with nothing better to do than make a YouTube video. So feel free to drop me a line and ask. You guys have a good one. KJ4QCV, I'm clear.